Southern Spain is such an incredible place to explore with or without a car. This video is not to convince you that travelling southern Spain without a car is the best way to go, because both ways of course have their pros and cons. But if you're planning a trip and wondering, like we were, whether or not exploring without a car is doable, not only was it doable, it was amazing.
We spent around 2.5 weeks exploring southern Spain without a car, so here's our experience and our itinerary for some ideas of the best places to visit with public transport. When planning our trip, we really wanted to make sure we saw at least one of the smaller towns in Andalucía. And this was our main concern when we thought about exploring without a car. But as it turns out, you can actually see quite a lot of the smaller towns by public transport, mostly by bus. The best places to visit in southern Spain without a car are the main cities: Seville, Córdoba, Granada, Malaga, Cádiz, Jerez, and more. These are all well connected by train and of course have options for bus if you prefer. Ronda can also be visited by train or bus depending on where you are starting your journey, but more often than not the bus is faster. You can even visit many of the white villages by bus. We booked our trains online through Trainline, but you can also use Renfe. Even if you don't want to book your trains online, these websites are great to check the schedule. We absolutely love travelling around southern Spain by train and bus, and we'd definitely recommend it. I think it's especially great for a first time trip, as you will most likely want to see some of the main cities like Seville and Granada anyway, which are places that can be easily visited by public transport.
We love to travel slow, so in 2.5 weeks we visited Córdoba, Seville, Granada, Ronda and Cádiz, all by train and bus. Our itinerary could be done in 2 weeks as we spent 6 nights in Cádiz, so for those who prefer to travel faster and have limited time, perhaps even 10 days.
So we started our southern Spain itinerary with 2 nights in Córdoba. We had already flown into Barcelona and made our way to Córdoba on a 4-hour, 40-minute train. Córdoba can be done as a day trip, but we love staying here for 2 nights to see the quieter early mornings and evenings. Córdoba was a great place to start our trip as it's not too big or overwhelming. Of course, the incredible sights like the Mosque Cathedral are absolute must-sees, but it was the moments exploring the streets, seeing a beautiful patio through someone's door, and just the general feeling we got when we were there that really made us fall in love with Córdoba. Take a look at our Córdoba travel guide video and blog post link below for more. I can't believe we're here. We have just arrived last night. We had a beautiful walk through the streets here, which I swear every street is absolutely amazing. Next up is Seville. You can easily get from Córdoba to Seville with a 45-minute train. Exploring Seville was like seeing and experiencing everything I had in my mind before visiting southern Spain. The flamenco, people spilling into the streets from the tapas bars, the incredible food, the intricate Spanish tiles, the orange trees. We definitely recommend having Seville on your southern Spain itinerary. We spent 4 nights in Seville and easily could have spent longer. Take a look at our Seville travel guide video and where to eat in Seville video for more. We also have our blog post link below. So we're here in the Triana neighbourhood and it's absolutely beautiful, just across the bridge from the main areas of Sevilla.
Yeah, definitely worth wandering over, and we've just really enjoyed walking through the markets. We've loved that, and then ended up at a really great spot for some lunch.
So we've just finished our lunch here at Contenedor, a beautiful restaurant here in Seville. The food was absolutely amazing. We had
We took a 3-hour bus from Seville to Granada, which was fairly easy and comfortable. However, we would recommend getting the 2.5-hour direct train from Seville to Granada, as it's quicker and we generally find trains more pleasant. I actually can't remember why we didn't get the train, but if the bus works out better for you, it was fine too.
Granada is home to some incredible sites like the Alhambra, but it also has a lot of unique neighbourhoods which makes it so interesting to explore. We stayed here for 3 nights and thought it was a great amount of time to see the main sites and the neighbourhoods. For more on Granada, take a look at our travel guide and Alhambra videos, as well as our blog post linked below. After Granada, we headed to Ronda. It takes just under 3 hours to get from Granada to Ronda by train with one change. Ronda might be a small town, but it is definitely a popular place to visit, and for good reason. This is why we think staying a couple of nights allows you to make the most of the early mornings and evenings and see it at its best. The new bridge, Puente Nuevo, towering over the gorge, is definitely a highlight, but we actually loved wandering the streets and discovering the outskirts of Ronda just as much. For more on Ronda, take a look at our Ronda travel guide video and our blog post link below. Our last stop was beautiful Cádiz. The best way to travel from Ronda to Cádiz is by bus, which takes around 3.5 hours. Both Ronda and Cádiz bus stations are centrally located. When we started planning our southern Spain itinerary, Cádiz is one of the places we were looking forward to the most, and it was even more incredible than we could have imagined. Cádiz Old Town is such a beautiful place to explore. The buildings and streets are full of stories, the beach is nestled between castles, and the food is some of the best we had in Andalucía. Although Cádiz is often done as a day trip, we believe there is so much more to see and explore here. We spent 6 nights here, which we absolutely loved, but 3 nights is still a great amount of time. For more on Cádiz, take a look at our videos, including our Cádiz travel guide, where to eat in Cádiz, and Semana Santa in Cádiz. Our blog posts are also linked below.
We hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful if you're planning to visit southern Spain. If you'd like any further details, take a look at our blog post on almostlanding.com, which we'll link below. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video, which will be our Toledo travel guide. See you then.
The stunning views over Toledo, you can really sort of see the whole town, and it really puts it all together for you, and it's just really beautiful, so
Yeah.
I'd recommend.
Yeah, me too.